Trios title. House of Black beat the Acclaimed with Billy Gunn. That match sucked so hard and so bad. I have no idea why you would say, hey, let's slow this down. Let's slow this way down. It sucked. It didn't do anyone any favors.
No, so we know we love the House of Black.
Yeah.
This open house rules match has been awesome so far. The lighting's cool, the camera angle, like everything about it's awesome, but this was by far the worst House of Black match I've seen, and it's not their fault.
Well, it wasn't the Acclaim's fault either. It was whoever said like, hey, we should really, really work on slowing it down. We should really show how you guys are submission masters. Like, which they like, yes, Malachi and Buddy and Brody, they can be, but that's fine. But like, no, we want to see big, quick beef. We want to like just big, quick beef. That's all you want. That's what they are. That's what they do. Big, quick beef. And it's not like the Acclaim can't do big, quick beef matches. Like, for fuck's sake, that's all Billy Gunn did. Was big, quick beef matches. Like, so fuck. Anyway.
That was disappointing.
Yeah. TBS title. So finally the crowd wakes up because they see pretty ladies. Because Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter weren't pretty enough for them.
Oh.
The crowd finally wakes up when Jade Cargill, who's a pretty lady, beat Taya Valkyrie, who's also a pretty lady, and they had pretty ladies on their entranceways or for their entrances. Match was fine. It was okay. That's what I'll sit on that.
Yeah.
But then Doug, what happens?
Then I think this is what's finally really woke up the crowd and woke me up was the return of Kris Statlander.
Yes.
Marvel Brain.
But that's fine. This is a good Marvel Brain situation.
This is a good moment.
Everyone loves Kris Statlander. She's fucking puts like, other than there was a time where people were saying she was dangerous and reckless because that was the whole narrative that AEW in general is reckless.
She was still pretty green at the beginning.
She wasn't that green. She wasn't reckless. No? Well, they were saying that she was dropping people on their fucking head when they don't understand how shit fucking works. And these are the same fucking people who are now like completely quiet. These were NXT black and gold fuckers who were like, they need a performance center. And but these are the same people now who are completely quiet over the fact that like every week there's 3 new fucking people who in the performance center are blowing out their fucking knees. Right. So like, it's just stupid internet shit.
And by green, I didn't mean like she sucks, but she doesn't have the experience of someone like a Athena, or like she hasn't been around for 15 years.
No, but she's been around for like 5 to 7. I mean, there's plenty of other fucking people that have been out there that are even less that we see on a regular basis. Like, I mean, we're talking, she has as much experience as fucking Sammy Guevara. Like so fuck it. It doesn't. It
was great to see her come out. She beat Jade Cargill in like a minute because Mark Sterling's an idiot.
Yep, which is a good story. It protects Jade a little bit, but it doesn't diminish anything from Kris coming out and beating the person who cannot be beat.
So that was finally a point in the pay-per-view where it's like, oh, okay, things are feeling a little more like AEW and pay-per-view-ish. I felt like the matches up to this point were just kind of thrown together. Nothing was really stand out.
They sucked. Every match sucked. Every single match sucked before then. And I was texting you, oh, this is the great plan. Have every single match suck and the crowd suck. In order to, when we finally get to the last 2 matches, then we'll be like, oh, they're the greatest ever. It's literally the fucking like in your house WWE style thought process.
Yeah.
Or WWF in your house style process. It's just, you just have a bunch of nothing matches, and then you have Bret Hart fucking come out and have a clinic, or you have Shawn Michaels have a clinic, or Stone Cold have a clinic, or something like that. And then you're like, okay, that pay-per-view wasn't that bad. But no, this fucking sucked. This felt like a shitty WWE fucking pay-per-view that I would have been extremely pissed off at. Like, I'm not giving any benefit of the doubt for any of it because it's AEW. If you and I watched this and it was a WWE show, we would have been shitting on it the entire fucking time.
Yes.
And now let's go into the Savior, Doug, the Savior matches.
Yes. These last two matches, I don't think we really talked about it too much, but in my opinion, both of these matches were great. They were the MJF, the Four Pillars championship match, in my opinion, definitely outdid the expectations. I was a little worried on it could come off flat or not that great, but I thought it was a solid match.
Why was it solid?
I don't know, if to me it felt like they actually put thought into it. Like,
oh no, there's a lot of thought going into this match.
There's a lot of thought. They had their spots. They all did their things. They all looked good, in my opinion. To me, it just felt like a typical AEW pay-per-view style or Dynamite main event style match. Like,
yeah, that's fair. Good. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. I think the match, I think it was a good match. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was this groundbreaking match. I felt the pacing on it was a little weird and off. There was a lot of good storytelling in it. I did like that. That's one thing I will say. We actually got Sammy Guevara to do something with psychology.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was because he actually wanted to, or because MJF literally wrote out the entire fucking match. Yeah. This is what we are fucking doing. And Sammy was just like, well, what if I just do that? No, we're not doing that. Well, what if I, no, that doesn't make any sense. You fucking dummy. Ooh, ghost store.
Ghost. Hello. Okay.
What a ghost store.
Yeah. So it felt like things were planned out, like on all four aspects. I think it was a lot of MJF writing the whole thing out, and I felt like Darby definitely had some stuff
to do it, and Jack would, and I'm sure they all had input on it, but the biggest credit I give to this is that they kept Sammy in control. They didn't have him doing his stupid fucking shit. Like, I can do like a 630 off the balcony. No, right. We don't need you to do that. You don't need to do that. That doesn't make any sense. Don't lie. Well, I could do no. Shut up, Sammy. Well, no, Sammy, shut the fuck up.
Do a simple moonsault or swanton. Like, yes, it looks great.
Okay, can I at least do a Spanish fly off the turnbuckle onto you guys? Sure.
I guess.
Yes, you got that. Okay, cool. Thanks.
It'll be your third Spanish fly, but
yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks. Oh, they all hate me. They don't think I'm any good. Well, I'll show them when I'm champion. I hate Sammy Guevara so much. I almost had to stop watching AEW, Doug.
If he won,
I texted you. I put it on writing that if he fucking won, I would stop watching this shit.
That was gonna make so much work for me, because then I was gonna have to start watching all the Dynamites and Rampages and like watch all the media scrums and really get my knowledge behind me so I could carry our podcast, because that's all we talk about is AEW.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of going back to me on the thought is, I said that the pacing was really weird. It was there was, especially towards the end, there was a bunch of 2 to 3 people hunched over and standing there and waiting for something to happen. The things are thought out, spots were thought out, but we have to this is why I don't like Ricochet fucking spot, like Ricochet matches. This is why I don't like it's Sammy Guevara matches. Like there's certain people who do high flying matches that you have to wait for certain people to get into the right spot to do the right thing. And I don't like sounding like this because it sounds like I'm a fucking cornet fucking dipshit. Let's try to make it look real. Like the flippy dippy shit, the flippy dippy shit. If it looks real, if it makes sense, do it. But waiting for people to get into position. And so 2 to 3 people are hunched over for 10 seconds waiting for someone does not do anyone any favors. It just doesn't. And I granted, it's 27 minutes. It's a hard hitting match. People get tired. Well, then let's think about that when we're creating the flow of the match. When we're going from spot A to spot B to C to D and so on and so forth. Let's think about that shit.
After you text that to me, I noticed it a little, like, especially because they didn't roll out of the ring. So 2 guys would be going at it. And the other 2, instead of doing that typical, I'm going to get knocked out of the ring.
Yeah, getting shit canned.
You're laying there where no one can see you. Well, they're laying on the apron just watching the match.
Or they're fucking standing on 2 feet hunched over.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what I have to say with that. MGF winning was good. MGF winning with the headlock takeover was great.
I love the little shoulder shrug, shit-eating grin before he went in and put on the move.
Yep. It was a good match. Wasn't disappointed. Does it save the pay-per-view? No. But let's go on to the one that might save it.
Bill. What happens when all of our boys get together for one match where they just destroy the shit out of everyone and everything? Anarchy in the Arena, the Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club. Bill, how did you feel about this match?
It was okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. I truly don't feel that it was any different than the match that you and I saw in the soon to be defunct First Bank Center in Broomfield, Colorado. So with that being said, it's disappointing, with everyone involved. It was fine. It wasn't groundbreaking. It wasn't for using something like Anarchy in the Arena and nothing really happens in the arena.
I'm not really sure why anyone got bloody. All of a sudden they just were bloody.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like you compare this Anarchy in the Arena to last year's, right? Mm-hmm. Last year's was a down and out bloodbath. Now we all remember Eddie. We all remember Zombie Eddie, right? Mm-hmm. But like, remember Matt Menard was fucking caked in blood.
Yeah.
Like everything about that match was violent. It was to the point of grotesque. It was literally just, it was chaotic. It was chaos, right? It was when you say Anarchy in the Arena, anarchy being chaos without any control, and arena meaning that it's going places and doing things. That match was perfect. That's a great description. This one, no. Claudio pile drove Nick Jackson into the back of a truck.
Yeah, there's some concession stand area stuff, but nothing you can really remember.
I was worried about the swing when Claudio was doing the swing, and he was close to that fucking concession cart, like just them picking the hit, like Nick get in the corner would have been fucking just god awful. But like the fucking cage match between Mox and fucking Kenny was more chaotic, more brutal, more just devastating. I mean, and maybe this was production or something, but I felt like I was missing something at every single fucking moment. I understand it's tough to run four to 8 cameras and really capture everything, but I felt like we either just missed something or we were about to see something and it got cut away. This was a main event on a fucking Dynamite. And when you have everyone involved that was involved, it's a fucking huge fucking disappointment. I'm not looking for people to get hurt, but I'm looking for something. And I never got it. The best part was Yuta fucking pinning Omega with the seatbelt. The move that Chuck Taylor taught him.
Oh, I completely forgot Yuta got the pin.
Yuta got the fucking pin over Omega.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that at the moment.
And that's why they put Yuta like at the very end as they were pulling good night, everyone. They put Yuta up on shoulders. Yuta got the fucking pin. That little shit Yuta got the pin over Kenny Omega.
That little piece of shit.
That little shit. Yeah. I mean, that to me, that's the coolest fucking part.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuta's a little shit. Like, I love little shit Yuta.
Now, with that being said, it was still better than every other match on the pay-per-view.
I would say the four-way match was better by far.
Yes. Well, but everything up to the point of the last two matches. Like, I agree. I don't know. I still enjoyed it. It could have been a lot better.
I'm
had a good time with it.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying I was let down by it. I enjoyed the Falls Count Anywhere match that we saw in Broomfield.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that match. I enjoyed this match. It just didn't live up. Fair.
Yeah, okay. That's definitely fair. Now, it's just when you have those 8 people in the ring, it gives you a very high expectations to start off with, which sometimes can make it hard to live up to. It can still be great, but
the precursor of the match before it, of Anarchy in the Arena before, it's just like, I mean, if you want to use the King of the Ring 98 mentality, like the first time Hell in the Cell was used was Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Mick knew that he had to do something better than that match because the Hell in the Cell match it's an iconic match. It was a super strong match. Mick knew he had to do something different. He knew that Undertaker couldn't go like Undertaker could with Shawn because Undertaker's foot was broken. So how do we start? How do we do this? How is this going to be memorable? How do we make it? How do we take it to the next level?
When you think of Hell in the Cell, you're always going to remember Mick Foley, Undertaker.
Yeah.
Right. At this point in time, when I think of Anarchy in the Arena, I think of Eddie Kingston with gasoline.
Trying to murder 2 people that he did not like.
Yes.
Yeah. That's and you remember like the ropes being down and people being being strangled and fucked up with them and Menard being bloody and just the chaos. And this one
had the New Jack Band that went a little longer.
Oh God, and we need to talk about the New Jack Band.
Yes, Bill.
So the New Jack Band, Doug, their name is Fallen Idols. Okay. It was created by essentially Matt Gray. And I was like, Matt Gray, that name sounds familiar. Who the fuck is that? Sounds real familiar. And then I remembered Matt Gray is the lead singer for Mudvayne. And he was the lead singer for this band as well. They actually created the first Jon Moxley theme song. That was Fallen Idols.
Okay.
And now everyone thinks that he's a racist because he dressed up in blackface.
Yep.
And did he dress up in blackface?
He had a mask on, but
a black
also
mask.
There was some paint.
And he had some paint. And then he had a red streak. A red line.
Yes.
And the line went from the bottom of his nose across most of his lips, the significant majority, down his chin and down his neck. It was a bright red. Definitely had a minstrel possible feel. Do I think he was doing blackface? No.
Okay.
Do I think that someone should have said, maybe we should do something else? Yes.
Probably.
And that's where I'm at with that.
He got knocked the fuck out.
He took a sweet bump.
Mm-hmm.
Brother took a fucking Bill in the middle of Fort Collins High School style bump. Fucked up my elbow doing that.
Did he? What did he take? Did he just take a big super kick?
He took a super kick party from the box. Yeah.
Bill, okay. You didn't even mention what you called a few weeks ago.
What's that, dog?
This was pulling together what Don Callis' plan was. And that was bringing in our sweet, sweet boy Takeshita and turning him to evil Takeshita.
Evil turtleneck Takeshita.
Oh, man.
He looks too sweet and cute and hunky to be a bad guy. Even if he's doing like a real grumpy look.
Yeah. It's like, come on, just smile, buddy.
Come on, buddy. You can't be grumpy.
You know how hunky you really are.
You're such a hunk. You're so adorable. Love you.
So
I can't stay mad at you.
If we get that aggression out of him in a Blackpool comeback club, like it's already like unstoppable. Like add him to it, and oh man.
Well, there was kind of there was a little while ago. There was like kind of a little bit of a recruitment that Blackpool was kind of trying to do with him.
Yes, yeah, they tried to recruit him.
Yep. So I'm all for it. And then, if we get to Forbidden Door or we get to Wembley and we have the other, and I forgot about this guy completely as far as like who could be the next Kenny Omega. It would be Ospreay. You have essentially the next Golden Lovers is Takeshita and Ospreay.
Okay.
And versus, because if you remember the Wrestle Kingdom match, like Callis did not shit on Ospreay at all. He constantly sang his praises up until the Wrestle Kingdom match. He was always kind of like going for Ospreay a little bit, and like really like, you could tell that he was eyeballing him, right? Mm-hmm. So you got the new Golden Lovers, which is Takeshita and Ospreay, versus the old Golden Lovers of Kenny and Kota.
Mm-hmm. We didn't get to talk about, but you briefly text me that something Kenny said in the media scrum.
No, it wasn't the media scrum. It was like the post match promo. I got a mic. Oh, they kicked my ass real good. Good night and good luck.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It was something along the lines of like, I have two friends who are two non-AEW friends that will help me out, or something along those lines. And so the idea with that would probably be Okada and Kota, because Okada and Kenny are friends now because they wrestled tag team. Oh shit, I can't think of the event, but it's the night after Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, the event after Wrestle Kingdom.
So you bring that,
and that will help out with Forbidden Door. So like it could be a 3-way match with like Kota, Danielson, and Mox versus, or not Kota, Takeshita, Danielson, and Mox versus Kota, Okada, and Kenny.
Okay.
And then we bring out that real piece of shit Ospreay to take us to Wembley.
Okay.
Or something like that. That's what I would.
Yeah, something. Getting those guys involved.
Wembley, Ospreay versus fucking Kenny at Wembley makes a ton of sense.
Yes. And then we maybe get like a Danielson. At some point, I would love to see a Danielson Okada match.
Well, the thing is too, Danielson has no problem giving you those kind of matches on Dynamites.
Yeah,
we could have a Danielson versus Okada 90-minute run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by that. Or because if you're doing Wembley, you're doing Danielson versus Nigel.
Yeah.
If Nigel's healthy and can come back and everything's good with that,
he's already said he would do it.
Yeah, that's what we should
if
have.
He could.
Is Nigel.
Yeah.
and have that be Nigel's retirement match, or even fucking Danielson's retirement match, depending on his contract. Because he said that he wants to finish wrestling in AEW, doing what he's doing now, wrestling like he is now. And then he might go back to WWE as whatever thing, Anyway, lots of cool things actually coming from this pay-per-view as we look towards Forbidden Door. We look towards Wembley. We look towards fucking Collision. I mean, we made it through without CM Punk showing up. So there's a lot of possible good shit that's coming. However, this pay-per-view overall, Doug, I'm really glad you got stuck in Southern Utah and did not. I mean, yes, I know you were a child bride for 24 hours until I came and rescued you. Yeah. But I'm very happy that you did not spend your money on this as far as going.
I agree. Like those last two matches would have been awesome to see, but that's a long time to sit there and be like, oh shit.
Well, I'd also think about it this way too. You're in the arena and you're watching the same camera cuts for Anarchy in the arena as you would be at home.
For sure. Because I'm not gonna be able to see half the shit.
Like I said, it's just like that Broomfield show.